Meanwhile, tomorrow will once again be dry, hot, and windy. What a shock. In the competition for fastest camel, the Medina Derby, Al Muhammad won for. This just in, exclusively to Al Jazeera, her agent, rightfully guided Caliph Ali, has passed away after getting stabbed on his way into a mosque. We are getting more information as we speak, but now here is Abdul Shahid with some information on our sadly departed Caliph.
Well, as the son-in-law of Muhammad, a former soldier, and by all accounts a kind, clever man, everybody expected great things of Ali's reign. He was very popular and respected, going into his position of being the caliph. However, he also had some very powerful enemies, including Aisha, the widow of the Prophet Muhammad himself. She formed an alliance with two of his political rivals. Remember, this was right after the great Uthman, our previous caliph, was assassinated. Anyway, Aisha and her allies accused Ali of being involved in Uthman's murder because Ali didn't get any of the people who they thought were in Uthman's murder. So anyway, she and the others convinced the city of Basra to rebel against Ali. So things were looking pretty bad for Ali, and he didn't have an army of his own to put down the rebellion anymore because Basra was a military city. And it seemed as though his reign as caliph would be over almost before it began. But he surprised everybody when Kufa, a rival town of Basra, declared itself for Ali just to spite Basra. So the battle that followed, which was called the Battle of the Camel, because Aisha came in on a camel, was Ali's first victory as caliph. And Ali, in order to maybe reward the city of Kufa for supporting him, he made Kufa his seat of the empire.
Right, so thus far, I'm hearing that Ali's great, people seem to like him overall. What ended up happening to make him so reviled?
That's right, except up in Syria, Ali was liked by a lot of people, especially down around Kufa. So, of course, this was only the beginning of Ali's challenges as a leader. There would be more. He's a leader. So he started to replace some of the old Caliph Uthman's relatives who were in power before. A caliph would like to put his own relatives in power. Yeah. So one of these was Muawiyah, who was the governor of Syria. And Muawiyah accused Ali of the same crimes that Aisha had. And he actually managed to steal a lot of Ali's popularity, which wasn't too much in Syria anymore, but it did dwindle with Muawiyah. And so he used the Syrian army to rebel against Ali. So Ali was getting ready to destroy Muawiyah and his army, but then Amr, who was one of Muawiyah's advisors, Ali removed Amr from power too. He attached pages of our sacred Quran to the Syrian weapons. And the idea was Ali's men wouldn't want to fight against the pages of the Quran. And Ali had to negotiate.
How was that acceptable in any way? This is all sacred Quran. How could they...
Honestly, I don't know. It preaches peace. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. But, so anyway, Ali almost retired as caliph because of these negotiations. But then he realized that Muawiyah would end up as the next leader, and Ali, no way he wanted to do that. So what happened was Ali lost even more of his followers to this group called the Kharijites. And the Kharijites were, they were extremists. They weren't really fighting for Muawiyah. It's just, I mean, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And so the Kharijites were fighting against Ali, and it actually, there's a lot of suspicion right now. I'm not sure it has been confirmed yet that a Kharijite was the one who killed Ali. That's what that's what the rumors that I'm hearing right now. So Ali was able to defeat the Kharijites, and he had survived the turbulent part of his reign. But now, just 3 years later, when everybody was getting to like him, I mean, he was coming in, he survived, and now...
Such a random
and now, I mean, here we go. I mean, he was going to start giving a little more power to everybody else. Everybody was going to like him. But now he's killed by just one Kharijite opportunist, which is, I mean, it's a little sad. I mean, the guy fought so many wars.
And as he's leaving a mosque, too.
Right, I know.
We are getting exclusive news now that witnesses say that he was killed by a Kharijite extremist. We will now go to Nazia al-Mansour, who is at the scene with a witness of this tragic event. Nazia?
Thanks, Mohamedou. I'm here with a witness of the scene. What did you see happen today?
Well, we were all praying in the mosque, kneeling before Allah, and then we hear what sounded like our caliph screaming at our doorsteps. We all ran to the entrance and saw Ali bleeding to his death. He's our savior, and descendant of the late great last prophet Muhammad. Who could possibly replace him?
That's the question we're all wondering today. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Nazia. And of course, Ali's biggest political rival thus far has been Muawiyah, the governor of Syria, who, as we just told, rebelled against him. One of our Al Jazeera ancient political analysts, Abdul Latif, who bears a striking resemblance to the witness you just saw, is here in the studio to talk about Muawiyah, his future, and the split between parts of our blessed community.
Yes, there has been a roaring commotion of split in this community of Islam, the larger group being the Sunni and the smaller, the Shiites. We predict that the split of Islamic faith has emerged as a result of the passing of blessed Caliph Ali. The Sunnis claim that a caliph should be a civil, not religious leader. He should be selected by the community's leader. On the other hand, the Shiites believe that the legitimate successors to Muhammad must be descended from his daughter Fatima or our recently departed Caliph Ali. They believe that the descendants of the Prophet are, quote, divinely inspired. The Sunni and Shiites have not been known to get along recently. Shiites have been killed fighting the Sunnis, and martyrdom has become an important decision of faith.
Abda, do you think that this split will continue, or do you think that we'll get our acts together? Is this a temporary thing? Or?
You know, sadly, I think that these groups are just like returning to our separate clans. Different beliefs, they're inevitable, so as much as in my heart, we must just settle with different denominations.
Assuredly, it will be interesting to say the least. Thank you, Abdul Latif. When we come back, the Medina Derby restarts after a moment of silence for the departed Ali. This is an exclusive broadcast of Al Jazeera Ancient News, presented by your favorite Camelback Liability Insurance. We have your camels back, so you can only worry about riding on it.